Hey everyone, we just reached the peak of Somal, and here we are in the Churning Mists. Now you might remember these little things from the 12's Wood. So this area is a fan favorite, but also one that a lot of fans grew to hate. And you're gonna see why here very shortly. Sorry, I'm just gonna attune to the Aetherite. So you don't get chocobo stone or chocobo porters up here, you get chocobo stones, which will let you yeah, do the same thing as chocobo porters. We've reached it at last, the peak of Somal. It's said to be the highest mountain in all of Eorzea, you know. I thought it cold in Corthus, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters. There we go. These Freebird Dravanian Forelands. The Dravanian Forelands, Ether Current Attunement complete. We can now fly in the Dravanian Forelands. Can I help you, Minicat? Hi. She's like attacking my chair. This place is far from the barren mountaintop I pictured in my mind. Well, Dragoon, do you believe these ruins were also built by heretics to deceive the faithful of Ishgard? How can one not be moved by such a breathtaking sight? Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Hraesvelgr himself. Hey, can you stop? Thank you. It was cute for a moment, but... Oh, what manner of creature is that? Miro, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? It is my understanding that they only dwell in the 12's Wood. I certainly never expected to see one in the Churning Mists. If the Moogle does live here, however, he may know where Hraesvelgr makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. Isn't that the direction we came from? No, okay, so. Isn't it? No. Bah, he's gone. Mira, we must widen our search. The nearby air appears warped. You sense that concealing magics are at work. Where could he have gone? I heard tales of these Moogles, but this is my first time ever laid eyes on one. They are rather adorable, aren't they? What? Okay, well, unfortunately that second line got skipped, I apologize. A Moogle, did you say? I'm unfamiliar with the breed, but I shall search for one nonetheless. I see no evidence of this Moogle of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of the light? Mayhaps 'twas simply one of these strange plants, shifting in the breeze. Could have been. Could have been. The nearby air appears warped. You sense that concealing magics are at work. It's a cool looking plant back there. There's no sign of a Moogle in the area. I'm sure I glimpsed the Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? Ooh, weapons. Confounded! Could we but enlist the aid of one of the local Moogles, I'm certain Hreisfogger would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify Nidhogg with any certainty. We could wander the mist for days and not know if we were any closer to his brood brother. And those are days we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lydia Sale, might I ask you to question any dragons whom you judge it safe to approach? I shall try, yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the Dravanians in the area to death due to reason. And what of you, myself, no? I have not yet given up on the Moogles. Miro, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Moogles' kin in the Twelveswood. After the business with Mongol Mog, I dare say they will be glad to help us. Assuming you have no need of me, I will remain here. Nidhogg senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze, in the hope that I might delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Estinian. Come then, Miro. Let us make haste for Gridania and rendezvous at Nafika's altar. But I neglected to tell you. There is an aetheryte of ancient construction here, which should make the return journey rather less arduous. Pray, do not forget to use it. Fortunately, I did not forget to use it. Although, I am going to use my ether compass here, just in case there's a thing nearby. 57 yalms to the east. Okay, that's just gotta be up there, right? Yeah, there it is. I see it. This will eventually allow us to fly in this area. Now, like I said, this area here is actually beloved and also hated. You might be asking why. Well, these Moogles are the reason why a lot of people end up hating this zone. You might be thinking, but they're Moogles. Like, Moogles are adorable. Moogles are great. Normally, Moogles are adorable. Normally, Moogles are great. But when Heaven's Ward first released, you had to do all of the side quests in a zone to also get enough EXP to progress through the story without being interrupted. It was awful. Well, I wouldn't say awful, but it wasn't great. But the Moogle side quests were all super fucking annoying and also plentiful. There were a ton of them. So much so that Moogles ended up getting on most people's nerves. Right there. Conjure. Oh wait, I gotta meet with Alpha now. That's Nafika's altar. Here we go. Send word to the Elder Seedseer upon arriving in Gridania, and I'm pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to contact the Twelveswood Moogles, it is she. We expect it at the Lotus Stand. I trust you are familiar with the conjurer stationed at its entrance. Yeah, she just turned me away. The Elder Seedseer awaits you. Pray, follow me. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but 'tis no less of a relief to see you safe and hale with my own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done for us in our absence. Would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder Seedseer, we beg your wisdom in a manner that may finally bring an end to the Dragonsong War. Speak on, friend. I see. So you seek a means to contact these Moogles of the Churning Mist. Kupapo! I say Kupo! Greetings, Kuplo Cop. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some fruit, Connie, and I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Moogles in the sky, Kupo. I will gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Moogle high in the clouds of Travania, and had hoped that you and your kin in the Twelveswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I am mistaken, Kuplo, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of Moogles who dwell beyond the clouds? Indeed there are, Kupo. Long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering and like spoiled children. Ah yes, the tale of good King Moghome the 12th. He is revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it may well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the Churning Mists. Given how long his kin have resided in the Twelveswood, it is perfectly possible that the details of their history have faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alphino, such stories often contain a measure of truth. 'Tis like that the Moogles of the Churning Mists tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing is second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come tramping through the forest. Of course, where there's one Moogle, there's bound to be more. Which is why I've decided to take a trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that, Master Kuplo. You will accompany us then. Just you try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit, the thought of venturing outside the Twelveswood is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I will accompany you on this venture, and lend my voice to your cause as ambassador of Gridania. My lady, are you quite certain? How oft has our nation turned to the scions of the Seventh Dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the Warrior of Light to risk her life to save our own? Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Is this not just? A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seetsier. We would be honored by your presence. So, where's Alpha? There he is, over here. Pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seetsier's guide on the journey back to Samal. It being a path I've already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we should have the Elder Seetsier's personal guard to escort us. Yeah, so they gotta walk all the way back, so technically speaking, this is gonna take a very long time. Oops, I'm going to the foreign lens. We don't want to do that. We want to go down to Moghome. Hi, Mira. Hello, Mira. She just walks over, thuds down on the ground. Hello. It's not that hot out today. You're very pretty. She's such a silly girl. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Back to the Churning Mists. I personally really like this zone, and I've been looking forward to going through it again. Alright, a Athenian and a sailor here. What does the sailor have to say? Ah, Miro, you returned. How fared you in Gridania? Better than I hope. Racefolkers whereabouts yet elude me. Well met, warrior of light. Nidhogg has not stirred, but he watches us, unblinking. The elder Seatser herself answers your call? Then there's naught to do but wait. They are here, Mira. Oh. Greetings, my friends. I'm so happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful. Devoid as the road was of Dranians, 'twould seem dragons have abandoned Som'al for the Churning Mists. Elder Seatsir, may I present to you Sir Estinian, Ishgard's Azure Dragoon? 'Tis an honor to meet you, Sir Estinian. I've heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. Friends, I feel it only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Mughals are all around us, even as we speak. I should imagine that they are a little more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that have descended upon their home. May have now been an opportune moment to introduce ourselves. Come. This should serve. They're hiding, of course, but there are so many of them, Kupo. I am Kali-sana. My companions and I have braved the long road from the Twelveswood to share words with you. On this, the occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. That's kind of cute, actually. Oh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo. I am Moglin, the chieftain of this Mughal clan. Chieftain Moglin, it is an honor to meet you. Greetings, I am Kuplo Kop, ambassador of the Twelveswood Mughals. A Mughal from the world below. Your hide is of a different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I might need a moment here, Kupo. My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you overmuch in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. Full well can I imagine your wariness. I am told that men have not walked here nigh on 1,000 winters. Mayhap you will forgive them their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great worm Hreysvelgr, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to war, you say? I trust you, Kani-sana. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that. We hid because we smelled dragon blood. These skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Hreysvelgr, many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice it to say, we are worried that the presence of your blood-spattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind, and invite destruction into our happy home. Now, just a moment, Chieftain. Miro here may have doled out the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. She is a champion of the Twelveswood Mughals, and I'll not hear her good name slandered. Now, Ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's fur. I shall, of course, take your testimony into consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there's little room for trust betwixt strangers. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? An excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interest of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Moghome. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance, and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kubo. Alright, guys, we met the Mughals. Here's Moglu and Moghome. Oh, Moghome's so tiny. Look at Moghome compared to Moglu. Tell me, in the world below, do all of your kind look so different from one another? It must be terribly disconcerting. What was it that Kublai Khan called you again? Miro. Your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice name like Moglin? Is taken, by the way. As are Moghome, Mogmug, and Mogwin. These being the names of the three wise Mughals who will administer the momentous challenges that I have devised to measure your worth. I call them the trials of trustworthiness. Undertake these trials, and we shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. Alright, kind of silly, but let's do it. Okay, Moghome. You guys aren't gonna give me ninja weapons? Oh, there, okay. Punyons. Hello, yes, I am Moghome, the foremost alchemist of Moghome, if you must know. If your tummy is gloopy or your wings are droopy, I have a potion to fix that. Or I would if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial, yes. Go forth, mighty adventurer, and mightily pluck 3 sprigs of cloud's breath for me. You'll find it blooming near the entrance to Ale Tome. It's not the safest place of places, so don't let yourself be too distracted by the pretty flowers, Kippo. Alright. Let's just grab this one's quest as well. And Mogmug. Yes, you have the pleasure of speaking with Mogmug. I know. I'm the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you have ever laid eyes upon, Kippo. It isn't being easy being this adorable. I can barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Dravanians throwing themselves at me. Why? They look as if they might just gobble me right up. In any case, fleeing their overbearing adulation is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, madame, is this. Find these ardent archaeosaurs and slap some manners into them, Kippo. Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. Don't know how that's going to work out for you, but I mean, they'll know Miro can smack them around. Not you, though. Mogwin's the name, and art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Moghome who can match my talent with a brush, Kippo. I know why you've come. Chieftain Moglin has demanded that I test your trustworthiness. But as I trust no one to create art that will satisfy me, I instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was an ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kupo nuts on the open market. You must find it. Question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such vibrant color and unmistakable panache cannot have escaped the notice of every Mughal in Moghome. Great. Hey there, Moghome, what do you got? Mogwin is missing his masterpiece, Kupo? Oh, you mean the paint-smeared mess of a pebble? I've not seen it recently. Fact for which my eyes are profoundly grateful. Rude. Maestro Mogwin has misplaced his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, happy day. If I am the swifter in finding it, I will soon have a genuine Mogwin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo nuts just lying about to spend on such luxuries? Vector, do you trade in Kupo nuts as well? This guy's name is Mogto. I don't know much about this stone, but I do know Mogwin's been creeping out to the back way of Somal Summit from time to time, Kupo. Maybe he left it up there. Well, what did you find out, Kupo? Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. The second part of your trial commences. Go adventure and retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swipes the stone for himself. Okay. Off we go to deal with the Moogles. Moogles, Moogles, Moogles. You know, interestingly enough, this ended up not being the right way to go, as there are higher locales to reach. And in order to go higher, we must first go lower. But hey, we get to ride around on a carbuncle longer, so really, not that big of a deal. Up we go. Shit, there we go. Yeah, now we're in the upper parts here. Yeah, first, is there any... Northwest. Okay, so the next one we need is probably going to be somewhere up in this area. Pretty huge. Huge. Anyway, as you can see, the Churning Mists is a really pretty area. It's also got that ominous looking fucking place over there. It's a really nice zone, and it's got this really cool looking citadel place over there. Alright, so we're looking for this thing's painted stone. There it is. Okay. I'm pretty sure we can just jump off here. Yep. There we go. Ow. Okay. So our next quest is to kick the crap out of some Archaeosaurs. These St. Chinis here, though, they are kind of scary. At least they were back in the day. They did a lot of damage for what they were. And they'd put a stacking debuff on you that increased the amount of damage you took. Wasn't fun. There's a gatherer there. Oh, they're not gathering. They're... Oh, that's a mount I haven't seen in a while. They're not gatherer. They were a chef. I don't know. I guess they were doing the quests for the Moogles in the area. This guy uses an attack called Third Leg Forward. Oh. Got him. Two sprigs of cloud's breath. Now we need a third one. I imagine it's just up here somewhere. Cornered yelms to the necklace. Yeah, as I thought, it's going to be up there. Well, there might be one over here when I get a little closer to it. Okay, so the third one is not over here. Okay. Hey, a black chocobo. Never get to ride this dude. Well, it's entirely possible that the other one is up above. Shit. No, I don't wish to fight the Sanchini. It is not within my desires to stay. There it is. Okay, check Carablast. I have Carablast in Pokemon Go, and they like go through like these periods where they spawn all the time in Pokemon Go, and then they never spawn. But they need like 200 candies to evolve, or you can trade it, but you can't trade back in Pokemon Go, so you have to convince somebody else to give you their Carablast. Yeah. Guys, we've completed their quests, but it is break time, so let's take a break. We'll come back and deal with these Moogle trials. Don't go anywhere. We got more Final Fantasy XIV for you.